Dear students, I, Mr. Vishal Shah, Assistant Professor, Krishna Institute of Pharmacy, Karad, welcome you all to this session on the UV visible spectroscopy. Today, we are going to discuss about the theory of the spectrophotometry as well as the colorimetry, in which we are going to study two important laws. One is Beer's law and other one is the Lambert's law. Togetherly, these laws are known as the Beer's and Lambert's law, which explain about the theory of how different compounds absorb and the change in absorbance takes place. So let's begin with this session. Now, before going to discuss what is actual Beer's-Lambert's law, we will see what are the different learning outcomes of this session. After this session, students will be able to explain Lambert law, also Beer's law, and derivation for the Beer as well as the Lambert law. Now, before that, we will see what is the actual theory of spectrophotometry. Now, as we know, every spectrophotometry involves the use of electromagnetic radiation. These electromagnetic radiations may be in the form of the light. Now here, when light is incident upon a homogeneous medium, or you can say transparent medium, a part of the incident light is reflected. Means whatever the light that is falling on your sample or the homogeneous medium, the part of that incident light is reflected, then part is absorbed by the medium and remaining is allowed to transmit as such. So if we consider I0 is the total amount of light that is incident on that your sample, then we can consider IR is a reflected light, IA that stands for the absorbed light, and IT that stands for the transmitted light. Then we can write down the equation I0 is equal to IA plus IT plus IR. Means I0 is total amount of light that is incident on your sample, IA is amount of light that is absorbed, IT is amount of light that is transmitted, and the R is amount of light that is reflected. Now, if a comparison cell is used, the value of IR, which is very small, it is about 4% only, so that we can eliminate this value, and under this condition our equation becomes the I0 is equal to IA plus IT. Means this whatever the amount of light that is reflected, this value is very less as compared to the amount of light that is absorbed and the amount of light that is transmitted. So here we can consider, we can neglect this value, so that we are not going to consider this value for the calculation, so that our equation becomes I0 is equal to IA plus IT. Here we are considering this IR value as a 0, and that's why I0 is equal to IA plus IT. This can be easily explained with the help of this particular diagram, so that you can understand. Now here you can see this is the total amount of light that is incident, which is denoted by the I0. Now what happens when whatever the amount of light that is falling on the sample, some amount of light gets absorbed, some amount of light gets reflected, and some amount of light gets transmitted, so that whatever the light that is coming out from your sample, this light will be having less intensity as compared to the light that is falling on your sample. So here you can see there is a color difference that is shown. Here you can see the I0, that is the incident light, is having more intensity, while the transmitted light is having less intensity as compared to this I0. So this IR represents the amount of light that is reflected from your sample. This IA represents the amount of light that is absorbed by your sample. Now your sample is consisting of certain solute molecules. Now these solute molecules are capable of absorbing the amount of certain light that is incident on that. So certain amount of light is absorbed, that is known as the IA, and certain amount of light that is transmitted, that is known as the IT. So togetherly IR, IT and IA gives this I0. So here this diagram clearly explains the amount of light that is falling on the sample. Out of that, certain amount is absorbed and certain amount is transmitted. Now in spectrophotometer, we are going to measure either the amount of light that is absorbed by your sample or amount of light that is absorbed that is transmitted by the sample. If we know the amount of incident light and either of this, we can calculate the third. So generally this theory is used in the all the spectrophotometers, where amount of energy or the light that is falling on that sample is measured, or the amount of light that is transmitted by your sample is generally measured. So first law which is explaining about these relations is Lambert law. So first we will discuss the Lambert's law. Now what is this Lambert's law? Now when a beam of light is allowed to pass through a transparent medium, rate of decrease in the intensity. Now we know when the sample is absorbing certain amount of light, the intensity of that light is decreases. So this rate of decrease in the intensity with the thickness of the medium is directly proportional to the intensity of the light. This can be denoted by this equation, where you can see here rate of decrease of intensity, I here it represents the intensity, with the T, that is the thickness, is directly proportional to the your intensity of light. As here this rate is decreasing, that's why here negative sign is used. So di upon dt is directly proportional to the I, where I is the intensity of light which is having a wavelength of the lambda, then T denotes the thickness of the medium and K denotes the proportionality factor. So because this equation is in the form of the proportionality, so mathematically we can introduce a one constant, that is the, so that equation becomes minus di upon dt is equal to ki, where this k, small k, is used over here, which is known as the proportionality factor. We can consider this as the equation 5.3. So what is Lambert's law? When a beam of light is allowed to pass through a transparent medium, the rate of decrease of intensity with thickness of the medium is directly proportional to the intensity of the light. Further, now when we carry out the integration of the equation, that is the above equation 5.3, and putting the value of I is equal to I0, when T thickness is equal to 0, the equation becomes I0 upon IT is equal to KT. So from rate of decrease we are going to integrate that equation. So di upon dt becomes I0 upon IT. So minus I0 upon IT is equal to KT, where we have considered T as a 0. By simplification of this equation, we will get IT is equal to I0 e raised to minus KT. So this is the E that is used as a base, and we are considering this as a equation 5.4. Just we have converted this equation into this E format, that is the logarithmic format, where this E is considered as a base. Here also this I0 denotes the intensity of incident light, IT denotes the intensity of now transmitted light, because when we carry out the integration of the dt, the amount of light that is transmitted becomes IT, and here K is a constant which depends upon the wavelength and the absorbing medium that is to be utilized. Further, now after this whatever this equation that is to the base e is there, that we are going to convert to the natural base 10. So when we convert that, it is equal to I0 e raised to minus kt equation to the normal logarithmic equation, that is the to the base 10, we will get it is equal to I0 into 10 raised to minus 0.433 kt. So here we have converted the above equation into the natural logarithmic forms. Further, on simplification, here instead of this minus 0.43 kt, we are going to put as a k, that is the capital K. So equation becomes it is equal to I0 into 10 raised to minus capital K t. This is considered as the equation 5.5, where k is equal to k upon 2.3026. This is the proportionality constant. Here in this equation, whatever this k, that is the capital K that we have utilized, it is known as the absorption coefficient. Now this absorption coefficient is defined as, it is the reciprocal of the thickness which is required to reduce the light to the 1/10 of intensity. So amount of light that is reduced by 1 to its 10th part of intensity, that is known as the proportionality constant K. Now as we know, it upon I0 is equal to 0.1, means here as we know 1 upon 10 means what? Here we can consider it as a 0.1. So ratio it upon I0 is equal to 0.1, or we can convert it into the form of the 10 raised to minus kt in this equation, so that the kt is equal to 1 and k is nothing but directly proportional to 1 upon t, or you can say k is inversely proportional to the thickness, because this proportionality constant is known as the absorption coefficient, and which is defined as the reciprocal of the thickness. Here you can see it is the reciprocal of the thickness, and which is required to reduce the light to its 1/10th part of its total intensity. So this equation becomes k is directly proportional to 1 upon t. Now further, the ratio I0 upon it that we have utilized, it is termed as the transmittance T, which is denoted by the T. Then the ratio log I0 upon it is termed as the absorbance of the medium, and the formerly this absorbance was termed as the optical density or the extension coefficient E, and the ratio I upon I0 upon it is termed as the opacity. But now the whatever the ratio of I0 upon it is known as the transmittance, while the ratio logarithmic I0 upon it is termed as the absorbance. So by combining this, we can write down the equation for the Lambert's law as A, that is the absorbance, is equal to log I0 upon it. So this is the equation for the derivation of the Lambert's law, where what is the meaning of Lambert law? Lambert law can be explained as, when a beam of light is allowed to pass through a transparent medium, the rate of decrease of intensity with thickness of the medium is directly proportional to the intensity of the light. So in this way we can derive the equation for the Lambert's law as absorbance is equal to log I0 upon it, where the I0 is nothing but the your intensity of light that is incident on your sample, and it is nothing but the amount of light that is transmitted. So here we can compare the transmittance and the length of the optical path through the sample, that is the thickness of the medium. So this is compared by the Lambert law. Now another thing, that is the Beer's law is there, which is independent law, which compares the transmittance or the absorbance with the concentration of the solution, that we will discuss in the next video.